Trump's World Liberty Financial just bought Avax and added it to their portfolio. And in my opinion, I think this is a clean 10x from here. Avalanche being one of my favorite projects from last year, I continuously add to my bag. We have got a ton to talk about in this video, but before we get started, welcome back to the channel. My name's Doc. Throughout the day, I'm a resident physician, and at night, I take you guys on my crypto and investing journey. Huge day for so many different reasons. We're going to come back to this. Trump's World Liberty Financial buying a ton of Avalanche. Huge day for Bitcoin. We had the FOMC meeting, got some pretty good news, all things considered, and we had a nice little rally here in Bitcoin. We're going to switch over to the 4-hour chart, and you guys can see FOMC news. We started off right around 81,000, and at one point touched $87,000, retracing just a little bit right now, sitting at 85.8, almost at 86,000. This is great news, guys. Building a bull case. Now, this video is an Avalanche video, and I want you guys to stay towards the end of the video because I'm going to give you guys my price prediction. I just want to talk about Bitcoin really quick. Guys, this is the Fed balance sheet. Fed Chair Powell, he's saying that we are going to slow the rate of quantitative tightening. This is absolutely huge for Bitcoin and altcoins alike. And I think Peter Schiff, who I know is a Bitcoin critic, I think he hits the nail on the head here. He says the most significant aspect of the Fed meeting today was the reduction in the monthly runoff from the Fed's balance sheet from $25 billion a month to $5 billion a month. This really says we're heading for an inflationary monetary policy and is another step to return to quantitative easing. So don't get confused by that. All he's saying in like layman's terms is we're going to slow down the rate at which we're offloading assets from the Fed balance sheet. And guys, this is good because we're slowing down the rate of quantitative tightening. And I would imagine by May or June, QT is going to stop. And when QT stops, that's really good because it stops taking liquidity out of the market. So this is really good for risk on assets. And this is why Bitcoin is up today. So really good. Crypto bubbles, huge green all the way around. But like I said, this is an AVAX video, not a Bitcoin video. I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up of what's going on in the market. So this was huge. This was from just a day or two ago. Donald Trump's World Liberty Financial, they acquire $2.2 million, which is roughly $2 million worth of Avalanche, right? Avax, you guys know, if you watch the channel, I absolutely love Avalanche. It was my biggest holding not too long ago. I took some money off the table before the dump. I actually kind of, not to toot my own horn, but I called this recent dump over the past couple weeks really well. This is one of my biggest holdings. It was my biggest holding last cycle, and I kind of talked about it here, right? It just goes to show Trump, they must have a ton of conviction in AVAX for them to purchase $2 million worth of it, right? And in a lot of ways, we already know AVAX is a legitimate project, right? It is number 20 on the top 100. It's doing really well. For them to come out and add this project to their fund, it shows conviction and it really helps separate it from some of these other altcoins, right? So it gives it some legitimacy, gives it some, a podium to stand on, for lack of a better term. I still cannot believe this project is under $20, right? A lot of projects were flying today. We looked at the crypto bubbles. This project, it's like, I know I say this a lot, it's like a beach ball being held underwater. Anything under $20 is an absolute steal, in my opinion. In December, just a couple months ago, this was $54, guys. Over $50, right? Clean 2 or 3x. I really think once the market starts to correct, once we get some more certainty on tariffs, right? Because we have some retaliatory tariffs happening April 2nd. Once we can get through all that nonsense, this token is going to absolutely blow up. And right now, it's sitting at about an $8 billion market cap. Guys, this really feels like an $80+ billion market cap. Avalanche, too, we talked a little bit about this in my old video from 2 weeks ago. So this is kind of an update video on that video. We talked about like all the awesome things that Avax is doing, right? They are helping out the California DMV to put vehicle registration on the blockchain. They now have their own credit card, which you already know your boy applied for. They're doing really, really big things. They're kind of the gaming chain in a lot of ways. A lot of really awesome first person and third person shooters that are on the blockchain are going to be on Avalanche. So I saw this Reddit post a couple days ago, and someone said like, hey, you ever think we're going to hit $146 again? They said, they've been a long time Solana investor. A lot of people are talking about Avax. And I think this first reply really, really hits nail on the head. Avax has that potential to do that and more, right? Best suited blockchain for business and governments to tokenize and get on the blockchain. And right, we just talked about the California DMV and how they are already taking advantage of this, right? Avax, they're already a profitable company, which is super, super interested. I know we talk about retail not being back yet, but once they do come back, guys, you can buy this absolutely everywhere, right? BTCC, which by the way, there's going to be a link down below if you guys want to do some leverage trading. No KYC, no VPN. You can get 10% deposit bonus plus an extra 10 G's on your trade. Look for that link down below. They are a partner of the channel. So if you use it, it helps your boy out. But you can buy this project on Binance, KuCoin, OKX, Coinbase, Gate.io. There's a ton of places that you can buy it, right? So this really, really helps out. I also like the tokenomics quite a bit too. So I love Avax, but if you want more of a leveraged play on Avax, you guys can look into Joe. And you're probably thinking like, what's Joe, Doc? What is this? What is this Joe you speak of? Well, I'm just trying to drop as much alpha for you guys that I can. Joe, this is the #1 decentralized DEX on Avax, okay? #1 decentralized DEX on Avax. And guess what? This was in March of last year. This was like, I think $1.19. Yeah, so it got over $1, which is an easy 5x from here. And that was in March, right? I think we're going absolutely higher as well. So something to take a look at if you're looking for kind of that leveraged play on Joe. And the good thing is over 50% of the supply is staked right now. Really awesome staking rewards on Joe. I think it's like close to 10%, right? So that is my thoughts on Avax. Before we get into my price prediction, this is my website, investwithdoc.com. Put in your email if you want to get a hold of me, a little bit about me, some of my links, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so we talked about my Avax price prediction in my last video that I did 2 weeks ago. And guys, I said that this can hit $200, right? That would be an $80 billion market cap. This really, really seems doable to me. Like legitimately, I think this could happen. Big conviction behind this play. Alex Becker, he absolutely loves this. Donald Trump's World Liberty Financial. Cryptos R Us, George, he's a big fan of Avax. A lot of big people are talking about this project because they know that it has some juice behind it. The other thing that I just really want to quickly mention is I submitted for monetization on YouTube. And I really, really appreciate everybody. This has been an awesome ride. I think I'm like 95 days in. If I'm not mistaken, I have just a little under 100 videos, which is wild. So really, really appreciate everyone's help. I actually kind of want to give a special shout out to Kate O'Neill. He's helped me out quite a bit on this journey, always giving me tips and tricks, things I should be looking out for. If you don't follow Kate O'Neill, I would highly recommend it. Awesome source of information, but even a better guy. So guys, I'm really curious, what do you think Avax can get to this bull market? I'm going to just kind of drop some info, drop some knowledge, so to say, if you made it this far in the video. We're talking about all these different crypto projects. You know that I love Avax. I've been a big fan of it. I really do think that if Bitcoin has this blow off top, right, where it's hitting $130,000, $140,000, $150,000, that Avax can hit $200, right? And I'm kind of saying this like we need Bitcoin to get going, right? Right. A rising tide raises all ships, and Bitcoin kind of leads that, right? Bitcoin's kind of our North Star. But one thing that we were talking about in my Discord down below, right? Totally free, nothing to sell you. We're really just trying to build an awesome community. Link is going to be down below to that, right? This is my free Discord. Again, I'm not selling you anything in this. It really is. We're talking about different strategies for the bull market. And I think this is important to kind of talk about, or to at least like think about rather, because things are going to get kind of kind of interesting in the next couple months, right? We are eventually going to have a bear market, right? The bear market is eventually going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen until 2026, but we're talking about like how we need to stack cash for the bear market. Because, right, a lot of people make money in a bull market, but people make life-changing money. They like generate real wealth in a bear market, right? So just something I kind of want to put in your radar. Again, guys, we're talking about it in the Discord, completely free. Again, we literally have nothing to sell you. So consider checking it out. There's a lot of like really, really good guys in there. With that being said, I want to know, what is your guys' AVAX price prediction? Put it down in the comments. I literally read and respond to all the comments. So let me know down below. Really helps out. If you guys got any value of this, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so YouTube can push you more content like this. And I'll see you guys on the next one.